You know what sucks? Leaks. And do you know what causes leaks? Well, there are about 7 things, and in this video I'm going to talk about 2 of them related to absorbency. We're going to talk about the amount of absorbency you're using, and we're going to talk about the speed of the absorbency you're using. But first, let's roll the intro. Before we get started, I'm just going to introduce myself for those of you that are new here. My name's April Duffy, and I'm the mom behind clothdiapersforbeginners.com, a website, Facebook group, and YouTube channel, all dedicated to helping you understand this cloth thing so that you can choose and use cloth diapers your own way. Now, I don't sell cloth diapers at all. I just provide cloth diaper information so that you can save money, save the environment, and save your baby's bum from some harmful chemicals all at the same time. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please hit subscribe and click the little bell for notifications so you don't miss anything. Getting back on topic, today's video, the 3rd video in a 7-part series on troubleshooting leaks, is about absorbency. Like I said, we're going to be talking about the speed of absorbency you're using as well as the amount of absorbency you're using. So if you're wondering, how do I know if absorbency is the cause of my leak? You said there's 7 things, right? Well, I suggest that you go back to the first video in this series where I have a special freebie for you. It's a 1-page checklist like this. This is it. It'll help you pinpoint exactly what the cause of your leak could be and the things to look at to fix it, and absorbency is of course one of those things. So let's start by going through the different types of absorbent inserts that cloth diapers use. So there's microfiber, there's bamboo charcoal, there's cotton, there's bamboo, there's hemp, and occasionally you'll also come across something called Zorb. Let's start with microfiber. Microfiber you'll find most often looking like this. It's included in most inexpensive pocket diapers that you'll purchase. It's also sold in multi-packs online. It's synthetic, so it's very cheap. So if you're looking at discount diapering, you've probably come across microfiber. It's a fast absorbing fabric, meaning it pulls in the liquid very, very fast as soon as it hits it. It's also not very absorbent in that it doesn't hold a lot of liquid, and it's very prone to compression leaks. So though it's very fast to take in that liquid, it's also very fast to let it out if it's compressed at all. So something to keep in mind. One other particular note for microfiber is that it cannot be placed against the skin, and that's because it's actually so absorbent, so fast absorbing, that if it sits against the skin for any length of time, it's going to pull all of the moisture out of the skin and cause irritation and rashes. So that's why you see everyone all over the cloth diaper community saying don't put microfiber next to baby skin. Now, the second type of insert that you'll find in a lot of places is bamboo charcoal. You'll see it in gray like this a lot. It's also in some different colors, but most often gray. The name is a little bit misleading because oftentimes the inside of bamboo charcoal inserts will be microfiber. So bamboo charcoal will absorb fairly quickly, not as quickly as microfiber, just because it's not microfiber on the outside, and the reason that microfiber is so fast absorbing is because of the fiber makeup. So it's not, even though it has microfiber inside, it's not as fast absorbing as microfiber. It does hold a little bit more than microfiber, again because it doesn't have that same material on the outside. It is mostly synthetic still, so it is very inexpensive, so that's a big draw for it. It does hold a bit more than microfiber, and it is less prone to compression leaks than microfiber. After those 2, we start getting into the natural fibers, and the first one of those to look at is cotton. Now, cotton is what you're going to find most of your pre-folds made out of, as well as you can find other, types of cotton inserts. Flats are also made of cotton very often, and flour sack towels are also cotton. Cotton is pretty fast at absorbing, and it also holds a good deal. It's kind of the middle of the road. It's still fast absorbing, but it still holds a fair amount. So bang for your buck, cotton is a good bet. The next natural fiber to look at is bamboo. Bamboo is most often blended with other fabrics like cotton, so the look and feel of it can be very different across different types of inserts. These are all bamboo inserts, but they all look and feel very different from each other. Regardless, bamboo is very absorbent. It can hold quite a bit of liquid, a little bit more slower absorbing than cotton, and definitely more slow absorbing than microfiber, but a great choice because it is thirsty. Another natural fabric that I absolutely love is hemp. Now, just like bamboo, hemp is most often blended with another fabric like cotton, so it can vary from insert to insert, the look and feel of it. But regardless, it is super thirsty. It can hold the most out of any other fiber, and it's just, pound for pound, it holds so much liquid. Now, hemp isn't fast absorbing, it's very slow absorbing. So when we talk about the speed of absorbency, that's going to come up because hemp is not very quick. The last fabric that I absolutely love, but it's not really found around a lot anymore. It used to be quite popular with an older brand that used to be around, but it's not really around anymore, is Zorb. Zorb is a blend of natural fibers that was specifically made for cloth diapers. It's made by Wazoodle fabric. I can link to an article about that in the description if you're making your own cloth diapers and you're interested in it at all. It's very absorbent, pretty fast absorbing. It's kind of woven so that it takes up the water and it holds quite a bit. Almost on par as bamboo and hemp. Actually, I'd say on par with them. Absolutely love Zorb. Wish a cloth diaper maker would pick it up again. It's fantastic. But if you're making your own, it is an option, so that's why I'm just throwing it in this video for you. Now that probably sounds like a whole lot of information. You know, that's a lot of fabrics to try and remember when you're there in the middle of the night trying to stuff a last minute diaper. But don't worry, I have you covered. In addition to the leak checklist that you'll find in the first video, I am also going to put a link in the description in this video for you to get a one-page cheat sheet. Looks exactly like this. This is it. Listing out all the different types of inserts and how absorbent they are, how quickly they absorb, and you know, reminds you about things like don't put microfiber next to baby skin, etc. So don't forget to grab that in the description before you leave. It's really going to be a lifesaver when you're trying to come up with your cloth diaper insert stacking and you can't remember what the heck this lady was talking about on YouTube. And speaking of insert stacking, the way that the inserts are labeled on that sheet is a little bit significant because the way that you stack inserts goes by absorbency speed. So you always want the fastest absorbing insert on top of the slowest absorbing insert. So say you have a hemp insert and a microfiber insert. The microfiber, if you remember, it's very fast absorbing, but the hemp insert is very slow absorbing. You want the fastest absorbing insert on top because that's going to suck the liquid in and give it time for that slower absorbing insert to actually pull it into itself as well. Now don't forget that if you are using microfiber on top, it can't touch the skin, so you have to have another piece of fabric over it, even if it's just like a big fleece liner. And if you grab the checklist, you'll see that microfiber is on top, bamboo charcoal. It's all by speed of absorbency, so you can literally just layer it exactly like you see it layered on top on the cheat sheet. Zorb is not included on the cheat sheet. Treat it just like cotton when it comes to layering because it's about as fast absorbing as cotton. It holds more than cotton, but it's about the same speed. So now that we know what each type of absorbency does as far as speed and how much it holds, let's bring it back to leaks for a second. So if you have an absorbency related leak problem, it all comes down to absorbency, if you have enough of it and if it's fast enough. First and foremost, you want to make sure that you have enough of it. So if you have a few inserts stacked and those inserts hold, 8 ounces of liquid, but at night your baby is letting go, 12 ounces of liquid, no matter what, that cloth diaper is gonna leak. So you need to make sure that you have enough absorbency. Again, thinking about, am I only using microfiber, which doesn't hold a lot of liquid, or am I using hemp that does? Now, how do you know that you don't have enough absorbency? Well, if your diaper leaks and you take it off and you see that the inserts inside are completely soaked through, that's a good cue that you don't have enough in there and you need to either add something or change out your low absorbency for a high absorbency. Change out your microfiber for hemp because your hemp holds more than microfiber, and so on. Now, if you're using multiple inserts and you notice, hey, the first insert is completely soaked through, but the second one wasn't. What's happening here? Well, you might have a speed of absorbency issue. So it sounds a little funny, but some babies will pee so fast and so hard that it actually like hits the diaper and sprays out, and it kind of gets out any little tiny crack that's there. So they do what's called flooding the diaper, and it's just that the speed and velocity of baby's urine is just too much for the inserts that you have to be able to catch it quickly enough. So that's where speed comes in. So if your baby is a very fast wetter, they flood the diaper, you might want to, you know, still have your hemp, so hold a lot of liquid, but you might want to make sure that you're putting that microfiber on top. Now this is not the most common type of leak, but it does happen, so I just want you to be aware of it. In general, paying attention to what's happening with your inserts inside of the diaper is going to help you determine if the problem is an absorbency one. You know, how soaked through are they? Are they soaked through consistently? What's going on there? So following along with that, if you open up your diaper, you know, you just had a leak, you check and it's not very wet at all. The top is maybe a little bit damp, but it's definitely not soaked through, and you have fast absorption, you have lots of absorption, but it's not very wet at all, but you still had a leak. That could point to buildup as well, which just so happens to be the topic of the next video in the leak troubleshooting series, video number 4. So I do hope that you'll check that one out. That's it for this video. Just a reminder to go in the description and grab the cheat sheet for insert absorbency, so you don't have to remember everything that we talked about here today. Just grab that in the description, and don't forget to check out the first video on leaks, the fit video, to get your leak checklist. But that's it for today. I will link to the next video up here, and please don't forget to hit subscribe and click the bell for notifications so you don't miss any videos. I publish once a week, so hopefully I will see you here again. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for watching till the end. That's fantabulous. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye!